What's up and welcome to the 1-1 Guys YouTube channel. Today we're going to go through some of the cars that we got to see at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show. Those cars range from the Silverado EV, the Subaru Solterra, and the Kia EV9. We also got to look at the Corvette Z06 Z07 package, which was absolutely amazing. So if you guys are interested in that, watch along and we'll get into it. Starting with the Silverado EV, this is a whole new build from the chassis up. It includes air ride at all four corners, dual electric motors, and a couple of features that I thought were cool were it has a pass-through in the back like the old school Avalanches. The interior looked very similar to a Silverado, but with an updated info package. Sadly, they didn't let us look inside, but overall the truck looks amazing. Moving on to the Subaru Solterra. This is a conjunction build with Subaru and Toyota, much like the Toyota 86 and BRZ Subaru. This is something that, you know, they've been doing for a while now. So it's two similar cars, but they have a couple of features that are different. So I think I would just go through the features that are different today. The first one would be the interiors. The Subaru is more of a conventional interior, while the Toyota has some futuristic features such as a yoke and other things in the interior. The exterior very similar, but small Subaru updates like fenders, the front lips, and trims that are supposed to make the car look more outdoors and sporty. The other big thing, the Subaru offers X-Drive, which is their all-wheel drive package. This is something that isn't going to be standard on the Toyotas. They have options like the mud and the snow settings, so that's Subaru at the core. The biggest thing that's different is the target markets. So you could see by this display that Subaru is going after the outdoors connoisseur, someone who loves to be outside and go on adventures, whereas Toyota is much more value for dollar and savings, affordable, and those are the things that you could see were different between the two. Moving on to the Kia EV9, I'm naming this the Ford Flex and Toyota FJ love child. So this car, to me, it looks super futuristic. The front is very aggressive, but definitely EV styled with that flat front. While you move to the side, you can see that there is aggressive fenders, but a very flat roof. So FJ type fenders with a very flat roof on the top, which I would, say is similar to the Ford Flex. The car does look very streamlined and sleek. If you move to the back, you can see that the third row actually has this interesting triangular window, and that is functional, but very different. The back is aggressive as well, kind of those FJ type fenders. And just the styling combination it's interesting to the eye. If you continue to look, from the side view of the EV9, there are some different things that you might not pick up at first. The wheels on this car are absolutely huge. They're 22s, and that's not something that you see a ton in the market today. I mean, there are some vehicles that do have large wheels like that standard, but this is a prototype, and I'm not sure if these will make it to production. But they have this triangular setup that's very interesting. They're actually wrapped in Nitto 420s, which I thought was very, very interesting, and I've never seen a production vehicle with those. So this is definitely a prototype, and I'd be interested to see if those 420s make it to production, just because the aftermarket love that they have in the field. I know that my 1-ton vehicle before ran 420s, and I know a lot of guys who have sportier trucks are running 420s, so that's interesting to me. Another thing is, if you're looking at the side view, this car has backup or rear view cameras, not rear view mirrors. So the side mirrors are actually cameras. I'm not sure how legal these are going to be or if they'll make it to production, but it's very interesting. It's something that you'd see in Need for Speed, the movie, the cars that had the Koenigsegg's that had the rear view mirrors. I don't know if those will be prototype or if those will actually make it to production. Actually, it was the Mustang that they built in that movie that had the rear view mirror cameras. I apologize for that. Overall, my opinion on this car, I would say it's the futuristic transporter. It's something that you'd see in iRobot. It's very, big, aggressive, but also kind of seeming soulless from the outside, kind of cold, not like, modern car or newer current cars, Escalades or whatnot that might be competing against it that would, kind of welcome you in. This car looks kind of colder, something that, like I said, you'd see in iRobot or a vehicle, a futuristic action movie. It's a very cool car. It had tons of buzz at the auto show as well as the rest of the Kia booth. There was a couple of Tellurides there, and everybody was going nuts over them. Both are interesting cars. The EV9, if it comes to production, will be also very interesting to see passing you on the road with a car that might be 20 years older. You might feel like you're from a completely different time, an era of human existence. Lastly, we get to talk about one of my favorite cars at the auto show. It is the C8 Z06. So, as you guys can see, this car is absolutely different than the base model C8. I love this car. It's exactly what I think the C8 should have been. The body's much wider. There's the flares are different. The body lines are different, and it just looks overall way better. As you can see on this Z07 package here, the car looks fast. 2.6 seconds, 0 to 60. There's carbon fiber everywhere on it. Even the rear spoiler, the aero package in the front, the lips, all of that's carbon fiber. The car has carbon fiber wheels, 20s in the front, 21s in the backs, 10 inches wide up front and 13 in the back. The car looks absolutely fast, aggressive, and beautiful. I honestly can't wait to see one on the street. I know that my C6 is something that I love, but this car looks amazing. If you guys get a chance to see one in person, take the opportunity. You will not regret it. The headlights, they're similar to the stock ones, but just the way that they flow into the car is so much better. The hips of the car, you guys know what I'm talking about, look beautiful. And as you get to the front here, this Z07 package, it's going to look absolutely amazing. The thing is a track weapon, and anyone who gets one and drives it on the street will be an absolute crazy person, but we love that kind of crazy around here. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. If you like this kind of content, give us a thumbs up so we know to create more like it. If you had any comments, drop them down below. Did you like the EV9 the best? Was the Telluride something that you are interested yourself? And are you excited about the Z07 package? Again, thank you guys. Have a blessed day. See you later.